don't know what I did before that it wasn't working. But nevertheless, I wanted to start off by saying that rest in peace, Chuck Norris. I saw on CNN that he passed away in Hawaii after being hospitalized for an emergency. Not sure what it was. I suppose that'll come out later, but truly a great actor, an inspiration to the martial arts community. And he had one of my favorite TV shows, Walker, Texas Ranger. I really liked that back during the 90s. Used to be on, I believe it was Friday nights. But nevertheless, that wasn't the main point I wanted to make today. Um, I know that there's some friction right now between Donald Trump and some of the European nations. He expected them to help keep oil flowing through the Strait of Hormuz, and they apparently balked at him, which is their right to do. Trump certainly has ruffled a lot of feathers. But on a related note, the Europeans need that oil flowing a lot more than the United States does. Now, oil is a fungible commodity. It's going to go to wherever they'll get the most money for it. But we in the United States, if the oil price does get high enough and things get bad enough over there, the United States has enough, more than enough oil to sustain ourselves. Our problem is refining capacity, but that's a different issue for another day. I just think that this little tit for tat, little spiff is going to potentially have some negative ramifications. If it gets bad enough, maybe Trump might reconsider the deployment of all these troops we have in Europe, because we're basically the tip of the spear over there. There's a joke that NATO means needs America to operate. I hope it wouldn't come to that, but the many other countries have been getting a free ride off the U.S. military. But if the prices of fuel continue to stay high through the end of the summer, the Republicans are going to get shellacked in the midterms. I don't know if Trump can get this whole thing done, but wars are seldom ever fast, cheap, or easy. And there's still this thing going on where everybody thinks, oh, we're doing this only because of Israel. It's like, well, we may be an ally of Israel, but Trump is not the type of guy who's easily intimidated by anybody, even Benjamin Netanyahu. Whether you like Netanyahu or not, just, know that he and Trump are buddies, but Trump is not his lapdog, as some people are trying to say. I think Trump's too narcissistic for that. But nevertheless, there could be some pushback on that. But if the price of oil does stay high, Trump is going to get shellacked in the midterms. What I mean by that is that the Democrats are going to shellack the Republicans in the midterms. They're going to take over the House and the Senate, and the first thing they're going to do is impeach Trump. I don't know if they'll have enough votes to remove him from office, but if they have a majority in the House, you can bet your bippy they're going to impeach him. And then in 2028, if the economy doesn't really improve a lot, you're going to have Democrat in the White House, and you're going to have Democrats controlling both houses of Congress. That's a possibility. And then you're going to see the whole United States run just like California. And then you'll wonder, how did this happen? Well, that's how it happens. On the other hand, suppose he's able to pull this off and gas prices go back down again, the economy grows a bit organically, and we have a relative state of peace. And let's say there is an agreement between Iran or a new government in Iran. I don't know if that's the Shah coming back, the son of the Shah or not, but let's suppose Iran becomes a peaceful, modern, pseudo-democratic nation, and they make peace with Israel and they make peace with the Arab nations around them. Because remember, Iranians are Persians. They're not Arabs, even though they're a Muslim country. Let's suppose, Trump is able to pull off some kind of different version of the Abraham Accords, and Israel and Persia or Iran make nice with each other. The other countries in the area feel safe. Commerce gets going again. That might even weaken Russia and China, who are still our adversaries. So anything can happen, but I just I know that in Germany right now, gasoline is like 205, 2.05 euros per liter. That's over $8 a gallon in American money. So, yeah, we pay more in fuel right now in the United States. We're at 379 to 389 a gallon where I live, and premiums like 439 to 479 if you need high test. Diesel fuel is right around $5 at most places. So it's higher. Once you get outside of a major area, diesel is well over $5. That's going to eventually hit us in the pocketbook elsewhere, because everything we buy comes by train, ship, or truck, and all of them use diesel in one form or another. You're also gonna have to pay for diesel fuel to run the refrigerated trailers. Okay, the refrigerated trailers run on diesel fuel. Even if it's untaxed fuel, it's still diesel, and the price of the untaxed fuel goes up too. So this could be, uh, pretty troubling. At least we're not waiting in line to buy gas. Those of you who are close to 60 years old are going to remember that from when you were kids, when we had to wait in line to buy gas. And then we had the odd and even rationing. If that happens, things are really going to get crazy. But anyway, I just wanted to toss that out there, where we live in some interesting times. And rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Yeah, a good Chuck Norris joke. They say Jesus walked on water. Chuck Norris can swim through land. They say that Chuck Norris has a bearskin rug in his house. That's not true. It's a real live bear. It's just afraid to move. There's a whole bunch of Chuck Norris jokes, and they're all pretty good. And I know when he was living, he actually liked it. I think it irritated him at first, but after a while, he kind of, he thought that was a good tribute to him. So rest in peace, Chuck Norris. A lot of people got a kick out of you, literally. So take care, everybody. Have a great day.